he and Raphael and Pat at these Springhouse meetings with these young people, I mean, they were invoking, the memory theater of Don Camillo in the 16th century. They were going back to the Picatrix, this medieval text that was very mystical, I guess is one way to put it. And they were studying these things that had been forgotten and abandoned, and bringing them right into the present because they resonated, with everybody there. And at one point, there's one story I tell where one night they were talking about Dionysus at one of these gatherings, and suddenly a drunk fell through the window.
Yeah,
came crashing through the window, and Raphael went, "You see, we constellated." So they brought Dionysus into the.
But that's another thing, you can talk about the Senex and Pur, but it's kind of like sometimes I see that scholar, that Apollo side of Hillman, or whatever. But then I remember reading in your book where he said somewhere that all of his books were about Dionysus, in one way, like it seemed to me he was kind of making that move from the scholar to, more Dionysus.
Yes, I think, and some said he was Hermes. I mean, he embodied different characteristics, right?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, Dionysus was very important to him, and he did several talks about it, wrote essays about this, and one of his friends, I guess, who was it, Spiegelman, told me that he was fascinated in the 50s. He was never a big fan of rock music or he knew who the Beatles were and everything, but it was Elvis Presley who really fascinated him when he came onto the scene as a Dionysian figure, right?